What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, spending a few minutes of your time here with me today. So you guys know, right? I started barber school. I've been there for about 6 weeks, maybe 6 or 7 weeks so far. And it's been really challenging for me, okay? I don't really know what I expected. You know, like if I expected it to be easy or what, but I watched a lot of people on YouTube, and I watch my wife. She's a very talented barber, and she makes, you know, doing hair look easy. And that's the sure sign of a talent, right? A talented individual can take something that's pretty complicated or difficult to do and make it look effortless, right? And I've discovered that it's very hard, bro. It's very foreign to me. Playing with hair and, you know, just running my fingers through the hair and putting a comb through the hair. Everything is foreign to me, and it's been very challenging. And I get frustrated with myself. You know, I just want to be able to cut hair good, but I understand it's going to take time, right? Like I'm trying to learn a new skill or ability, and that takes time. There's a certain part of learning that you can't make happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't force it to happen. You can do your best to facilitate and enable learning, but at the end of the day, you cannot force the actual part of learning that is learning. You can go every day and put your best foot forward, put in the maximum amount of effort that you can, right? Do your best and soak up that experience. And over time, you'll get better and better and better until you've mastered this new skill, right? But there's a certain part of this process that I can't force, and that's frustrating to me. Like I wish I could just be good at it, right? And I was thinking about that, and it's like, that ties into my spirituality as well, because there's a certain part of this that you can't force. You know what I mean? Like maybe there are periods of time when like the downloads or the insights aren't really coming like they usually do. You know what I mean? Or maybe growth isn't occurring at a rate that you're satisfied with. Or maybe, you know, you're not healing like you think you ought to be healing. And that can all be kind of discouraging. But the fact still remains, even with these things, you can't force it. You can't make it happen really by any efforts of your own, right? You can apply what you've learned. You can continue to practice. You can continue to put your best foot forward and soak up experience, but you cannot force things to happen. It's just like a wound, right? You might get cut or a scrape, and you can't just miraculously heal it. That wound is going to take time to heal, and there are certain things you can do, right? Like you can clean the wound and make sure that it doesn't get any worse. You can take certain preventative measures to make sure it doesn't get infected or something like that, but you can't force it to heal. You're going to have to let your body do what it does naturally, right? And so I sort of wanted to put y'all up on this real quick. It's like, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're like me, bro, I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. Right? I get frustrated when things don't come out right, exactly how I wanted them to, or exactly how I planned them to. You know what I mean? But there's a certain level of understanding that I have to approach situations like that with. Understanding that, you know, all new things take time to become proficient. And you know what I mean? You have to put in the practice and put in the effort and all of this. But still, even doing that, you can't make anything happen. So don't be too hard on yourself. You know, if you feel stuck or whatever, that's fine. That's perfectly fine, and it's natural. Just take a step back and try to approach the situation with some understanding so you don't stress yourself out or discourage yourself to the point where you feel like just giving up or giving in. You understand what I'm saying? You can't really force this. anything, really. You can't force anything to happen. But anyway, man, until next time, I hope you continue to free your